Hey, this is Danny from Scare Talk. Before we get into all the horror greatness, I gotta let you know about Anchor. Anchor is the host site that we use to record our podcast. Anchor will upload your podcast to Apple and Spotify and many other listening platforms. Anchor is completely free, and you can download the app or go to the website, anchor.fm, and you can record straight on there. There's also some cool editing tools that you can use. Did I mention that it's free? Yeah, so if you want to make a podcast, Anchor is the way to go. Go check it out. Now, for the spooky stuff.
Welcome to Scare Talk, a horror movie podcast for horror fans. This podcast will cover horror movie reviews, ratings, and rankings. Now for your hosts, Danny and Joel.
Yeah, here we go. This is Scare Talk. I am Danny, and I'm here with Gelatin Joel.
Gelatin Joel.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up?
You're all like flubbery.
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay, so today we are here to continue the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise reviews, and we're going to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Joel, who is in this?
All right, so this one stars Robert Englund.
Again?
He's in quite a few of these movies.
Man.
Pretty crazy. He is in Don't Cry, It's Only Thunder. Thou Shalt Not Kill. Never Too Young to Die. And I wanted to add this one in here, the Freddy Krueger special, which was on MTV, in which he is uncredited.
Oh, okay.
It's his special, but he's uncredited as
right.
being in it, which is kind of weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. We got Patricia Arquette. She is in True Romance, Stigmata, Bringing Out the Dead, and the show Medium.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a couple episodes here and there of.
Yeah.
And then we got Ken Sagos. He's Kincaid. He is in Nightmare on Elm Street 4 for a minute.
Yeah.
Intolerable Cruelty. The Oath, Outbreak, which is a TV movie. And also Lawrence Fishburne, which I didn't put on here, but he is in that. This was written by Wes Craven. He came back for the movie. He did Shocker, Pulse, and My Soul to Take. Which is, yeah. And then also Bruce Wagner was another writer for it. And he wrote Young Lust.
Okay.
I'm Losing You, which is a novel and a screenplay that he did. And Maps to the Stars. And this was directed by Chuck Russell. He directed The Blob, The Mask, Eraser, and Bless the Child. So he's actually a pretty...
Okay.
Yeah,
I've heard of some of those.
Yeah. He's done some stuff here. So.
All right. This one's about a psychiatrist familiar with knife-wielding dream demon, Freddy Krueger, helps teens at a mental hospital battle the killer who is invading their dreams. So, this one is called Dream Warriors because they're battling him.
Yeah.
They're warriors in their dreams. And they have special powers.
Yeah, I figured you'd have some stuff to say about like the whole sci-fi aspect to this particular movie.
Not a big fan of this one. And this one is loved by a lot of horror fans, especially Nightmare on Elm Street fans. They hold this one pretty high regard. And I don't know why. It just didn't work for me. But we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it kind of goes back to the original Freddy story. He's in your dream. He's going to kill you. He's trying to get the last of the Elm Street kids. And so we're kind of going back to the original movie storyline. He's not trying to take over anybody at this point. He just is trying
Yeah.
to kill you, and you're
Yeah.
doing. Okay, and you didn't say Heather Langenkamp for your
I didn't.
actors.
No,
she
yeah.
comes back.
She
for
does
this.
come back as Nancy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is a grad student, and
Mm-hmm.
she obviously has some experience with dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to this mental hospital to help these kids who are having these dreams.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk about positives.
Okay.
I'll be pretty short.
So we're gonna have differing opinions because I did like this movie.
You would.
I like sci-fi. So what I liked about it, what was different than the other movies, is that I don't know if it's in all cases, but if you know you're in a dream,
Yeah.
like you can conjure up some. You can pretty much do whatever you want to
Yeah.
in the dream. So if you're aware that you're in a dream,
Yeah.
then I believe that these kids would be able to have these powers that they have because they're, it's their dream. They can conjure up whatever they want to, just like when you're in Freddy's world, he can do whatever he wants to. So
Right.
if you're aware it's a dream, then it makes it more plausible
Yeah.
than if they had these powers in the real world.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So, I liked that, and it's kind of I'm kind of bummed they didn't do that for future movies because it's most of the time they are aware that they're in a dream,
Yeah.
they're in a nightmare. So I liked that. I liked bringing Nancy back in this movie.
Right.
She does die. Spoiler alert. At the end, but she is in it for the majority of the movie, and this is when Freddy starts to get a little creative with his kills,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I liked.
Yeah, there is definitely some creativity here.
Yeah, like one of the whole like "Welcome to Prime Time,"
Yeah.
and it's like slams her
that's
head into
classic.
the TV. It's
Yeah.
a classic line right there. And then he pulls the veins out of one of the kids and like walks him around like
it's
he's
like
a puppet.
the tendons or
Yeah,
something.
the tendons. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of creative and cool.
Yeah.
So the acting again, it was good.
Yeah.
Better than the second one, and
Yeah.
I had that as a positive. I'm not a big fan of Nancy. Sometimes her acting can be a little
shaky.
a little shaky. But everyone else did a good job with what they were given. I liked the whole powers aspect to it, and I don't know about being able. Was it this one or was it Dream Master where she was able to bring other people into her
this
dreams?
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was this one.
That's kind of where it all started.
Yeah,
Was she brought Nancy into her dream?
that part I'm not. Like when you're affecting someone else, like they're in the real world, like they're not. They may be having a different dream or whatever going on. That part of it I'm not too fond with because you're not messing with your own dream. You're messing with someone else's dream, and it's like you can do whatever you want to in your dream,
Right.
but to be able to affect someone else's dream is a little weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I did have like a minor problem with.
Yeah.
Which I think they do bring it into the fourth one as well.
With a different actress.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why they couldn't get Patricia
She gets
Arquette
killed
back.
pretty quickly though.
She does. So yeah, I enjoyed this movie. So those are my positives, I would say.
Okay. I will agree the kills are pretty creative. The Puppet Master one, I think that's probably my favorite in this movie, where he kind of walks him down through the halls, and has him jump and commit suicide, basically.
Yeah.
Well, Freddy's like the Puppet Master. That was cool. I like that. The Welcome to Prime Time with the TV, that's a classic line.
Yeah.
One of the best from the whole franchise.
Yeah.
So I like that. This is where Freddy starts to get a little sarcastic and a little jokey and, kind of a little attitude.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. And I like Nancy coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of her coming to help. You know, it was cool to see the main character back in the movie.
Yeah.
John Saxon also.
Yeah, he comes back.
Comes back.
I don't really like his character too much in this movie, though.
He's a drunk security
like
guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his wife dies, or how did
she died because Freddy killed her.
Yeah.
Or no.
No, she died a different way.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't remember how she died though.
Yeah.
I do also like that they're continuing on the story of Freddy.
Yeah.
Like, we do get a little bit more of his background.
We do get some background. I kind of can take that or leave it.
I mean,
with his background.
Yeah.
I know that if you're going to continue this, you have to have kind of something to stand on.
Some sort of continuity.
Yeah. So I get that, but I just don't care about that stuff when it comes to Freddy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care.
Just want him to kill people.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Freddy getting in your dream and killing you.
Yeah.
I just want Freddy to kill everybody.
Yeah.
That's all I care about in these movies. And, have some either I want Freddy to be very serious and scary, or I want him to just be a jokester the whole time.
Yeah.
In this movie,
he's a little bit of both.
He is both, and that's where I have a problem.
Okay.
So we'll get there.
All right.
But yeah, those are about all my positives.
Wow.
Oh, no. There is a little bit of the original music thrown in, too, which I did like. A little bit of that score, that theme. They kind of brought that back for this one. I don't think it's as scary as the second one. I think the movie itself is scarier than the second one. But they did bring some of the music back, so
yeah,
I did like that.
I mean, you got Wes back, so you gotta gotta incorporate some of the.
I'm surprised. I mean,
he is a better director than he is a writer.
Yeah.
He has directed way better stuff than he's written.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not even like the writing's not even.
Yeah,
that bad.
Not that bad.
I mean, as far as an 80s slasher movie goes, it's as good as it can be.
All right, negatives for you.
Well, I'm going to be the opposite of you for for positives and negatives, because honestly, I did thoroughly enjoy this movie. This was it's probably going to be up there with my ranking.
That's funny.
I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I can't think of any negatives about this. Like, this honestly is it's the first part of like the Dream trilogy kind of thing. So I wouldn't say that I would put this on. I would probably put this on if I was going to watch like the Dream trilogy. Yeah. Like, not even if I'm watching them all from first to
right. Yeah, you could put this on without having watched the first two.
Yeah.
And kind of catch up and
because this is a totally different movie altogether. You don't even need to know who Nancy is. Like,
no, not really,
from the first one. So yeah, it's a totally different story. I like that it's not on Elm Street. It's in a mental hospital.
That's what I don't like.
Just like the second one wasn't a nightmare, it was a possession on Elm Street. This is
a possession on Elm Street.
This is a nightmare in a mental hospital.
Yeah, unless the mental hospital just happens to be on Elm Street. I mean,
it could.
We don't know how far
Elm Street could be a pretty long road.
It goes from a suburban area to a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, so I like...
Every town has an Elm Street.
It's true. He does say that in
the Freddy's Dead.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do like the different settings. So okay. I'm talking about negatives right now, but which honestly I keep thinking of positives. Yeah. So I think the biggest negative that I have that I can even think of right now, because I can't really think of any, is bringing other people into your dream.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing, because like I was saying, you can affect things in your dream.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be able to bring someone else.
Right.
And they don't want to come into your nightmare.
Yeah.
Into your Freddy Krueger nightmare.
Yeah. Get me out of here. Yeah, that's not really fair.
No, it's not. I don't want to die, so you can kill this person.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and well, while you made an argument for them having powers in their own dream, like you were saying, because everybody can kind of relate to that if you know you're in a dream you can kind of manipulate the dream
Yeah.
to how you want, but you can't take someone else while they're sleeping and bring them in.
Put them in their dream.
That's
your
too
dream.
much.
Yeah.
Cross the line.
Yeah, exactly. You can conjure up like weapons or something like that in your dream. You can fly in your dreams, but don't take someone else into your dream.
Yeah. Is that it for you?
I think that's it. Honestly, like I didn't have nearly as big of a problem with this movie as you did.
Okay, so for me, I don't like the dream powers, and I think there's a way to do it without it being corny. I think this was too corny. The Kincaid, like, being a strong guy, he can, like, break through a wall or something.
Yeah.
Him, I didn't like him at all. He's supposed to be, like, the tough guy of the group,
He's like
and he's
sarcastic, like...
But his voice. He sounds like kind of like Mike Tyson or something. And he's supposed to be this tough guy, and he did not come off as a tough guy. He came off as just a jerk.
Yeah.
And... I don't know, I didn't like him.
Which is too bad, because it gets rid of, like, that like, horror trope that, like, the black guy is always the first ones to die, and he actually lives
the
entire movie.
Yeah, he did live.
He may or may not be the first person to die in the next movie. But yeah, for this movie, he actually, like, lived all the way through. I was like, okay. Like, there's two black guys, and they both lived.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne lived too. I mean, he wasn't really involved at all in this movie. But he was there.
He was there.
He was in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was another positive, because I mean, because it gets rid of, like, that whole they know about that whole Hollywood thing to kill off the black people first, and then but they didn't do that with this one. Unfortunately, the black guy is not a very good character in this movie.
I didn't like him.
Yeah.
I definitely did not like the power of this guy who was like a wizard. I thought that was so lame. It's like Kitty. It's like Goosebumps. It's, I don't know.
Which was popular in that.
Not in the 80s.
In the 80s? I thought that it was.
No, Goosebumps was 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't take it seriously. And it was trying to be serious, but then trying to be... Freddy was trying to have his one-liners, which was... I like the one-liners, but I feel like you have to go one way or the other with Freddy. Like, in the rest of the series, he's way more of a jokester, like, cartoony kind of guy, which I like, or I like him when he's more serious. This one, I don't know, this movie is boring. I just found it to be boring. And I've seen it a number of times, and every time I'm like, okay, I need to find why people like this so much. And I just find myself bored. Okay, so the doctor and Nancy. Were they, like, dating or something?
It kind of felt like at least he wanted to date her.
Yeah, because they went out to eat a number, or at least once.
It felt one-sided.
Yeah. Like it was his,
like he wanted to date her.
Yeah,
but I mean, she was still a student. Like,
yeah, and he's like what, in his 40s?
Yeah.
And yeah, at one point they're like having dinner at her house, I think, with candles. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
I couldn't get it. Yeah,
it got a little weird.
No, that's whatever.
Yeah,
but the Freddy Snake. Hated that.
Oh, the
that
beginning?
Was so dumb. I thought that was so dumb. And I know that they're trying to be creative and stuff, but there's just a line, For me, it's like, you're going too far. That's too much. I like Freddy when he's Freddy.
Yeah.
Like, don't turn him into other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Also, how is Nancy a grad student 3 years after being in high school?
Yeah.
She's in a master's program.
She's a smart girl.
She was in high school 3 years prior.
Yeah.
Now she's a grad student. All right.
Well, did the movie actually take place 3 years later? I know the movie was filmed 3 years later. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it could have been like years later or something. It didn't, I don't think it specified a date.
Yeah. No, it
didn't. Yeah.
I just would assume that's what
Yeah.
That's what it
Unless
is,
you actually give us a date that's,
Yeah.
the year it comes out is the year that it's
Right.
that it is in that movie.
Yeah. Like you said, John Saxon, I didn't like that his character was a drunk security guard.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really like that. I got it, it made sense.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know, I want him to be more of a hero. Or, he's like that trusting character.
Yeah.
In this, he kind of knew information, but he was also kind of trying to get away. Like, he wasn't very super helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was kind of more slimy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And yeah, I think that's it. I like one of the powers bringing people into your dreams, like you said. And
Yeah.
I don't like any of the powers. So.
That's the only one that I had a problem with.
I don't like any of them. Yeah. That's it.
All right.
So, grades.
So this one, I'm going to give 77.
Okay. I'm going 57.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yes.
You dropped it
Yeah.
20%.
It's just a boring one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather watch most of the series before I'm going to watch this.
Wow.
So you'll see when I do my ranking.
Yeah, I can't wait for this ranking
It's
list.
going to piss some people off. So get ready.
Oh, man.
All right. So there's our episode on the part 3, Dream Warriors. Stay tuned for the rest of the series and go back and watch our review on the original and part 2. Or not watch, listen to those. But yeah, so this has been Scare Talk.
Sleep tight.
Don't let Kincaid